The outpost on Kalara 7 was a bleak place. Jagged cliffs framed the horizon, their surfaces glowing faintly under the planet's twin suns. Dust storms swept across the barren plains, carrying with them the scent of sulfur and metal. Most species avoided Kalara 7, calling it a forsaken world, but for traders, mercenaries, and exiles, it was perfect. Jax Marlowe, a human scavenger, had been stationed here for 6 cycles. He survived on scraps, scavenged technology, and occasional trade with alien passers-by. He knew the dangers: poisonous flora, predatory creatures, and the unpredictable behavior of local alien residents. But he had learned to adapt, relying on wits, speed, and sheer stubbornness. On this particular evening, he sat at his usual corner in a small cantina. The establishment was dim, lit by flickering neon signs and the occasional plasma lantern. He had purchased a simple meal, nutrient paste fortified with protein gels, a meager but sustaining fare. Jax didn't expect luxury, just something to keep him alive. He was not alone. Across the room, a cub from the Dracari species observed him. The cub was small for its kind, scales iridescent, eyes a striking amber. Most humans would have felt fear, but Jax sensed curiosity rather than malice. The cub tilted its head, studying him with keen intelligence. Then a larger Dracari approached. Its movements were sleek, predatory. It sneered at Jax and, with deliberate contempt, spat into his food. The cantina fell silent for a moment, other patrons watching the interaction unfold. "You," Jax began, ready to retaliate verbally, but the cub's sudden grin stopped him. "Perfect," the cub whispered, voice soft but full of mirth. "You're the main course now." Jax froze, realizing the implications. The cub wasn't just mocking him, it was predicting events with unnerving accuracy. The larger Dracari barked a laugh. "Pathetic human. You think you belong here?" "I belong where I survive," Jax shot back, his voice calm but carrying weight. "And I always survive." The cub tilted its head, eyes glinting. "Interesting. I like that." Before the larger Dracari could react, Jax leaned forward, hands raised, ready to defend himself. But the cub intervened, darting between him and the aggressor with blinding speed. Its tail flicked, knocking a plasma glass off the table, the shards embedding harmlessly into the floor. "You fight?" it asked. "Always," Jax replied. "Especially when someone underestimates me." The cub chuckled softly. "Good. I like surprises." Over the next hour, the cantina shifted from tense to chaotic. The larger Dracari attempted to intimidate Jax further, but each move was anticipated and countered, either by Jax's quick reflexes or the cub's playful interventions. Patrons whispered among themselves, astonished that a human could withstand the aggression of such a predator. Finally, the larger Dracari gave up, growling but retreating. The cub hopped onto the table, staring at Jax with a mischievous glint. "You survived," it said simply. "And now you owe me." Jax raised an eyebrow. "Owe you?" "You are food," it said, "but also the puzzle. I like puzzles." "Then I'll make it simple for you," Jax replied. "I don't taste good. I fight back and I don't die easily." The cub's grin widened. "Then the game is more fun than I imagined." What followed over the next weeks was an unlikely alliance. The cub, whom Jax learned was named Zari, began seeking him out. Together, they explored the ruins of Kalara 7, scavenging ancient alien technology, avoiding hazardous wildlife, and outmaneuvering bounty hunters who had taken notice of the humans' presence. Zari's small size and intelligence allowed it to scout and distract, while Jax's experience and strength kept them alive. Their bond grew, built on mutual respect and the thrill of surviving in a world designed to kill them. One evening, as they camped near a glowing mineral lake, Zari spoke quietly. "You are different. Most humans flee or die. You fight. You adapt. You survive." "I have to," Jack said. "It's all I know." "You're amusing," Zari said with a sly smile. "And dangerous. I like dangerous." Jax laughed. "You'll find I'm more than dangerous. I'm unpredictable." Zari tilted its head. "Good. Then the next time someone tries to make you their meal, it will be interesting." Their partnership faced a true test when a band of rogue mercenaries tracked them to an abandoned energy plant. The humans and Zari's movements were observed, and the mercenaries planned to capture both for ransom and sport. Jax and Zari realized they were outnumbered. "We need a plan," Jax muttered, scanning the terrain. "They've got plasma rifles and traps. We can't just run." Zari's tail flicked thoughtfully. "We don't run. We play the game. Let them think they have advantage." They set traps, luring the mercenaries into narrow corridors where Jax's agility and Zari's speed could neutralize them. One by one, the mercenaries were disarmed or incapacitated, their weapons rendered useless. Each move seemed like chaos, but was carefully orchestrated. At the final confrontation, the leader of the mercenaries lunged at Jax, expecting an easy kill. Zari leaped onto his back, claws sinking into armor, while Jax twisted, dodged, and delivered a precise strike that sent the assailant sprawling. The leader groaned. "Impossible, how?" Jax smirked, recalling that first day in the cantina. "Is that all you've got?" Zari chirped in delight. "Perfect. Just like the first time." The mercenaries fled, defeated and humiliated. For the first time, the name of the human and the cub spread across Kalara 7 as something to be feared and respected. Weeks later, as Jax and Zari rested near a thermal spring, the cub looked at him thoughtfully. "You are strange, but strong. I enjoy this. You fight, you survive, and you make me laugh." "I could say the same about you," Jax replied. "Not many creatures smile before eating me." Zari chuckled. "And yet here you are, alive, clever, and bold. The universe is more interesting than I thought." Jax nodded. "It always is. Especially when you learn who to trust and who's just playing games." The cub grinned wider. Then the game continues. Together, they watched the twin suns set over Kalara 7, knowing that the world was dangerous, the odds were against them, and yet they had each other. The bond between human and alien cub, born from challenge, mischief, and mutual respect, had proven stronger than any predator's intent. And as night fell over the barren planet, one thing was certain. Jax Marlowe was no longer just prey, and Zari the cub had found a companion who could match wit for wit, strength for strength, and mischief for mischief. The universe had underestimated them once. They would not make that mistake again.